no servo. 200 grams. Complete. $190. Brass inside the front tires, brass on the front axle. Toolbox. Weightless. We'll add the weightless toolbox to it. And this is missing a servo and ESC. $131, $132. And the Durock. Durock, brass inside the tires, brass inside the wheels, brass on the axles, brass drive shaft protection, brass rod over the suspension links, diamond plate metal body panels, perforated metal. This is aluminum, this is aluminum, that's diamond plate. Yeah, and this is complete and runs. 141, 142. So, not touching it, not adding nothing to it. And if I do front, it's 80 grams, 81 grams in the front, holding up the back tires to keep it level. I guess I could set my little block back here. Do this. Set the back tires on that. 81 grams. 83. Okay. Turn it around, do the rear. $61. So it's definitely front bias. Most of the weight's in the front, which is exactly what it needed, exactly what I wanted. So my inner wheel weights are brass, cut off of a piece of pipe, which I don't even know where I put it now. Somewhere back there in that. I have other pieces that I can cut and make more for other ones. But yeah, that's the weight on this one. 142. Turn it sideways. It's no different really. The gammy, there's no brass on this at all. No battery, no ESC, no servo, and 3D printed tiny 4x4 wheels. Anyway, empty other than the motor, light, very light. So let's see here. We can go ahead and weigh my brass low C micro T hybrid Orlandoo crawler that I'm not finishing yet, just to show the weight of the brass and stuff that's done here. And that's 37 grams, not too much. And just for shits and grins, this is aluminum, this is brass. We'll weigh this chassis, X01 Orlandoo, and that's with the Ziploc bag in it. It has my suspension pieces, upper shock mounts. Not complete, but we'll weigh my boat. 21 grams. Weigh the other boat, which has batteries in it and some other stuff, the motor and whatnot. Little chargers for those batteries. Those are batteries out of e-cigs, vapes. This one is 35 grams. What else? I could weigh that trailer, but no point. Let's do the carbon fiber resin bodied F-150 carbon fiber chassis with axles, nothing else. 72 grams. Let's see here. The ruler, that's 7 grams. I'm doing that so I can set the body on it. I'm not going to do the tear or nothing right now and remove that 7 grams. And just, imagine. So 111 with the body. 71 without the body. 70. So it's quite a heavy body. 30-ish grams. 112, 111. So next, let's weigh, and there's still lots missing for this. Let's weigh the rear axle with the monster wheels. That is 56 grams. Front axle, I'll lay it down, 59 grams. And then together, those are going to be 100, about 115, 117. So the monster truck is definitely going to have weight to it. The monster Jeep is definitely heavy. I've said that several times. That's why, I have to be careful what I put in this for a servo. I've got to upgrade that somehow. And the high-speed motors do not work worth a crap in it because of the weight. It's just causing problems. So if you get the aluminum chassis for the Jeep, expect that it's heavy. It is definitely heavier than the stock one. The wider axles, I'm sure other wheels are heavy too, but 200 grams for that, the way it is, and that doesn't even have a servo in it. Everything else is in it. D4L system, battery. The only thing missing is the servo right now. So 198 is the light side of it, and then it's been 199 a couple of times, and then 200 a couple of times. So I guess it depends on where you set it on here. I don't know. I'll do this again. 188, 189. The tow truck's got decent weight to it. Like I said, this is the one that's got my modified motor in it, and I think it's a 1,000 RPM gearbox. But that motor is very torquey and very fast. It's out of an Air Hogs glider, old Air Hogs glider that my son broke. So the armature that's inside that N20 motor is not an Orlandoo armature, and this thing is fast, even with the tall, big tires and the weight, and it does climb pretty awesome. I did change out my shocks on this. I was going to say that last night on my other video, but I didn't. I needed the metal shocks for this, and the ones from my son's Tundra, which is now kaput, no more. I put those on that. But yeah, it's got they're basically modified low-C micro T shocks, and the rear ones are the Orlandoo shocks, adjustable. Just the short ones, not the tall ones. But these are Orlandoo ends on low-C micro T shock tubes and rods with decent springs. So, but anyway, just wanted to show the weights. I've been asked several times what they weigh. I will eventually, while tinkering, get the brass wheel weights out of here I mean, this has got a lot of weight in it. All this brass was made for that. I decided I wanted to go lightweight with that and heavyweight with the Durock. So, and I also discovered last night the Endura AX7 ESC that was in my son's truck. I will have to upgrade servo, but this should fit in the roof of the little Gamey RC Shapeways made baby fat girl chassis. 90mm. It should fit. It looks like it will squeeze in there. Turn it this way and get it on camera. It might not. It will be very tight to get it in there, but I think I can work it. I might bow out the sides a little bit, but the D4L system does fit inside this tiny chassis. And the 120 milliamp hour battery for Orlandoo's will fit in the front. So I might have to shorten some wires on this and heat up the sides through here on both sides and push it out like I did the servo area. If anybody's got this and has problems with the servo hitting, all you got to do is very carefully use your soldering iron or whatever and just heat it up just on that little area right there and then push them out. And the way I pushed them out was with needle nose pliers. I just put them in there and opened them up and held it until it cooled down, and it worked fine. They stayed. So that clears the servo at full articulation. It doesn't bump at all. So got to get a new servo for this. And if I upgrade this servo, which if I go with this, I'm definitely going to upgrade the servo because this meltdown on the Orlandoo servo. Not doing that again. But if I upgrade this, I'll probably have to modify those up in there again to keep them from hitting, depending on the width of the Emax servo that I put in it. So anyway, that's all for now. I just wanted to show some weights on these and keep the video short because, 29-minute video last night. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.